Good evening, my name's Nick, this is War and Strategy Gamer, and this is our guide to the Freegypt achievement in Hearts of Iron 4. I actually came really close not to earning this achievement, but that's a story for a bit later on. So to start with, set yourself up a new game, playing as the British on the 1936 bookmark. And straight away, you're going to want to use the UK civilian factories to build yourself some civilian factories in Egypt and some radar. Now, that technology is going to take you a long time to acquire yourself, so steal it from the Brits while you can. Don't worry about the British focus tree, it's just not important for you right now. So set up your civilian factories and your radar and hit 5+ speed to get through those as quickly as possible. Once you've done that, you're going to want to go to Managed Occupied Territories. You want to go to Release Nation under the Kingdom of Egypt. You want to go to Release as Puppet and tick the Play As box and then click Release. And you will now be Egypt. Now that you're Egypt, there's going to be a few things you want to get on top of straight away. You want to go to your national focus. You want to go down the industrial focus. You need those extra building slots. You need those extra civilian military factories. And then you want to go to your construction and you want to build yourself a naval dockyard. You need the naval dockyard because how this works is you have to make as many convoys as possible because those convoys are super cheap. They cost 1 oil and 1 aluminium. And what you can do is you can then go to the British. You can start a Lend-lease and then you can lend them the convoys. The other thing you need to get on top of straight away is your army doctrine. So it's going to come from the British and it's going to have mechanized and artillery, which you don't have. You're going to have to research those, or you're going to have to request a license lease off the British, which will actually hurt you in terms of autonomy. So don't do that. Just take out all the things you don't have that are unnecessary. So you literally just need to produce yourself equipment and support equipment, and that's it. Any surplus equipment you do manage to build, you should be lending to the British to get your autonomy as high as possible, as quick as possible. So if you look at the screen now, you can see that Italy have started to sort of take my territory as part of the war. I actually managed to beat them back and beat them all the way back into their territory and then take most of their territory. And I didn't get any of this on footage because I just thought, oh, good, I'm going to get rid of Italy in North Africa and everything's going to be fine. And then I kind of had all of their territory, and then I went back to just owning my territory. So all I can assume happened is that the British had some sort of sit down with the Italians and figured stuff out. The problem was though, it wasn't very long until the Italians attacked me again, and this is where I had the most problems with this game. The Italians pretty much took over all of Egypt, had no factories, nothing to build with, and it majorly slowed me down. So definitely, whatever you do, protect that Italian border and spend time getting troops up there and keeping troops up there. So I was playing at 5+ speed and I wasn't really paying attention. It was the point where my game was just sailing. So I thought, okay, great, just beat back the Italians. They're not going to attack me now. I'll go and sort of surf the internet and leave it on +5 or whatever. And it really caught me out. So whatever you do, protect yourself against those Italians. Otherwise, this achievement's going to take you 2 or 3 hours longer, like it did me. And that's why I almost didn't earn it. You'll see in a minute, I got down to the point where I literally had one tiny land area in Egypt. It was crazy. So I made it from a puppet to a colony in February 1940. And when you want to go from a colony to a dominion, actually attaches come into play. So what I did was I sent an attache to the British, and I think I sent an attache to any country that would have it. I think it might have even been Saudi Arabia. So I had 2 attaches out, and they were sort of earning me a bit of score. You can earn score from participating in the war, but generally you'll be fighting the whole time, and you're only going to get 20 or 30 points, and out of thousands, that's nothing. So the attache, I think, got me about 60 to 70 points before the end. And most of it came from lending stuff to the British. And when I went from a dominion to a free nation, it was all lending. It happened really quickly. So I got to the point where I could overproduce everything, and I was just throwing everything I could at the British effectively. So going from a colony to a dominion took me a really long time because the Italians took all my land, but actually going from a dominion to a free country was really quickly. So you might find you can do this achievement a lot quicker than I can if you protect those sort of Italian borders in North Africa. Another bizarre thing that happened to me during this playthrough was I got to the point where the German Reich were defeated, and I think it was like in 1942. So the Soviet Union defeated the German Reich in 1942, and there was a big peace conference, and because I took part in the war, I had a say in what was going on. So I just kept saying, okay, forget about it. I'm done. I don't want anything out of this peace treaty. But every time I did that, the game kept crashing. I tried it about 2 times. The game kept crashing. So on the third attempt, I was like, okay, fine. I sort of skip. And I was earning lots of war score for skipping. And then I was like, fine, give me the Rhineland then. And then click done. And they gave me the Rhineland, and it didn't crash. And I could continue with my game. And the Soviet Union took the bit of land next to me, which will come into play a little bit later. So May 1943, a whole 3 and a bit years later, that I managed to make it to Dominion. So as a Dominion, your attaches will still earn you a few points, but the bonus is gone, so it's not as good. So just keep Lend-leasing convoys to the British. For some reason, the convoys keep disappearing off the Lend-lease, so kind of every month you have to go in and reassess it. You can wait a few months and then sell loads to them. But effectively, you have to sort of keep adjusting it. And like I say, if you've got any surplus equipment, go for it. Just throw it in there. In fact, I got to the point where I tried to unload everything I had on the British for hundreds of points. Actually, that doesn't work for some reason. It seems to be capped. I don't know where that cap's displayed, though. I really couldn't find it. So you can give the British everything you've got, but you're not going to really get there that much quicker. Because, like I said, there seems to be this cap somewhere that prevents you from earning like 500 Dominion points in a single month. So you just have to kind of sit and wait it out. So as you can see, after just under a year here, I've earned 574 points, or autonomy points, from Lend-leases, and about 15 points from the attaches. So it's really not doing very well. But either way, I'm sailing to this achievement. And then, would you add an bit, just when this achievement was in my grasp, I was like not far away from getting this achievement, those sneaky bloody Russians declared war on me. Or I'm guessing the British, and as a Dominion of Britain, I'm automatically involved in this war. So now I've got to beat back the Soviet Union, which owns 80% of the world by this point, to get this achievement. And I was like, oh, I hope they don't sweep across too much. But they obviously didn't have too many troops in North Africa, so it was okay. So even though it appears Saudi Arabia became communist at this point and were attacking from the other side, between me and the British, we managed to fend them off. So I actually gained enough autonomy score really quickly. The problem was at that point I had to sit and wait for the political power. So I had about 70 political power to wait for. But by September 1944, you can see that I've got 2 political power to wait for, and I can finally become a free country, gaining the achievement. That's about to happen on screen now for your viewing pleasure. You can see that actually well over, the vast majority, 95% of my point score, Dominion points, came from the Lend-leasing. So that's how important that is. Get as many dockyards as you can, produce as many convoys as you can, and then lend them to the British is absolutely the quickest way of doing that. And then when you get a surplus equipment, then throw that at the British too. But bearing in mind, it's going to take you a while to research the British, if you will. The British starts with more slots, so the equipment's going to be better than yours for a very long time. So that's more of a late game thing where you'll accept your equipment because you're bound to be, they've got machine guns and you're offering them sticks. Thank you for watching. I really hope this has helped you gain the achievement. If it has, drop a comment down below. Let me know how you get on. Even if you fail, let me know how you get on. Maybe I can give you some additional advice. Thanks for watching. Good night.